Generals, gentlemen.
Hello, welcome to Mr. Zero Hour and his good friend Tournament Desert here on the 1.4 World Series.
I can see them being best friends. I can see them being best friends.
I thought there was like an extra couple of words to my
like there normally is, yeah.
Well, because I'm like used to saying like 0 hour 1.6 Community Patch World Championship semi-final. Well, there's like just 15 syllables, and it's just like so many syllables.
Whereas, of course, the General's Gentlemen, as I'm sure you probably know, I doubt this is the first cast you're watching of us.
Yeah, probably not. But if you are, hello, welcome.
Hello, welcome.
This is a place where we like to occasionally talk about how much we don't like 0 hour.
Well, 1.4 more specifically there. Nonetheless, we do have two big players. We are excited for the grand final. It will be a best of 9, I believe. Going to be starting off Size as our China infantry down the bottom here.
That's actually a good question. I don't know if it is a best of 7 or a best of 9. The best of 7 was definitely what the grand final was.
Yeah. I mean, they're generally best of 9s, aren't they, for grand finals, for 0 hour?
Like,
I mean, like,
we're actually, probably, I don't know. We're like the most unprofessional like casters for 0 hour because like we get halfway through a series and we're like, oh, what's the score? I don't know. Are we keeping score?
Should project that. I've got a system. I've got a marking pen, and I'm going to just tick off on each hand. Huh? You know, it's over here.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, we can just use RNG fortune cookies as like a tally.
Yeah.
Panzerfaust will bring you dishonor. All right, so
Callum doubted me.
Probably talk about.
Me.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, what century is this, Blake? Is this the fucking 1800s? Like, we don't use pen and paper here anymore.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
We should use Notepad on our smartphones and our technical. Speaking of technology.
Speaking of technology, that thing don't need no technology, but someone does have mines.
And a scout post, but a scout post with RPGs isn't really the definition. Nice work, he manages to deter that one.
That's actually the best way to deal, yeah, so Terrace are going to go down to the mines here eventually.
He won't. I'd make it the truck though, actually. Yeah. He may lose a truck, or two of them.
He's going to lose that? Oh, he shouldn't have driven it in there. Anyway, that's a really nice way to deal with the tech terrors, especially when you have those outposts early, which we obviously are as China infantry, is just to leave them, because you can't chase the technical. If the technical sees you, it'll just drive away, but if you leave it there and it's stealth, then you can just catch the technical by surprise and take it out. So that was really nice play from Size, not pushing out with the outpost and just leaving it where it was.
Yeah, and it was clever because there was the supply mined, so really there wasn't much way of him getting that. He won't get the cell though, it will stop. Production is slowed. Already preemptively building that one, seeing that it was going to fall, so won't be much of a low power situation there for Mr. Size, our blue China infantry general. Crazy, I think he was Toxin. Yeah, we can see his Toxin tunnels. So probably won't see any man spam, as again it is a GLA Toxin.
Yeah, not against Toxin. Yeah. Just never a great idea. Tanks decided to come out here, flame walling down the quads. Not very great at dealing with them, but they're actually gonna almost take it out. Does stay alive for the moment. It is actually zoning away that Toxin tunnel as well.
Yeah, and we can see Crazy went for some really aggressive deep tunnel play, and I think that's very smart because against the China Inf, there isn't really any much chance of his tunnels being harassed. And like, what is he going to harass with? An outpost? So he went for those really deep mines. Tech Terror's probably going to fail though. Actually, no, maybe not. He gets through. Yeah, nice work here. We'll lose the outpost. Yep, goes down just in the end. He does see the tunnel. He's probably going to deny that one.
Definitely looks to be that way. Quads are looking to push in here. They don't really want to. There's an outpost actually supporting it there, so the quads won't be able to push through on its own. The RPGs are going to have to support it there.
I think Size is setting himself up for a third supply, and I think it's actually pretty smart.
Like it definitely is at this point. Crazy is just trying to hem him in as much as possible. Hem. Yes. Hem him in was the word I was looking for. To hem, like hem address, to put like a barrier around it and stop Size from exploding out of the barrier. There's no sex pun in there anyway.
No, you know what I mean.
Yeah, so just he's trying to just build a wall and not let Size out of it. Essentially,
it's kind of coming a thing now where Blake just comes up with really weird words
that may or may not be actual words. Generally are, yeah. So depending.
And there's about a 60% chance that the words that Blake says is actually a real word.
I like that percentage. And I also like mini gunners, and I like Size to put a couple of them inside his outposts. Does he know the barracks? So walking a few over would be nice. Just to deal with the RPGs is just going to be really nice.
Should he hem them in there, or is that incorrect use of
I think that's incorrect usage.
Okay.
Machine.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay, I forgive you. There are minigunners, so they're being queued up, but the barracks are so far away from the war factory, and that can be a problem. Getting minigunners actually inside of those outposts. You can actually just build a troop crawler, an assault troop crawler, and then evac them, and you can actually put RPGs inside the troop crawler as well, and you do get the buff up from that as well. So that can be a nice way to go. Hasn't gone for that yet, and the quads are pushing into the supply, and everything's getting zoned by these RPGs.
Yeah, here comes the single outpost.
It's chockers.
Actually, he may even save this one. The quads are taking their time.
Ooh, the moving.
The RPG is coming along, and there's nothing coming up from that north base. He wants to snipe down the supply. Can he finish it off in time? It looks like Size will save it. Minigunners are not present, so he will lose this outpost. But he saved. Oh no, he crushed it, I think. Anyway,
must have killed it.
Yeah. So Crazy's going really ham with these technical plays, and so far it's been paying off, I guess. He has his third supply all cap as well, so Crazy is in a good spot.
He definitely is, and this really aggressive GLA play is actually nice to see. Really hemming in Size with the eternal networks.
Like, please.
Casually, but yeah, as you're saying here, third supply up for Size, so he's actually dealing with this aggression from Crazy really nicely. Man, I'm surprised these technicals are still working. Size is so grouped up in his base, it must be hard to slot a technical through.
Well, he did it just as there was a bit of a push out here from Size going for the third supply,
Oh,
going for the War Factory. As we do see the prop center being placed, not really that much of an issue given that Size does actually have a pretty large army. If you can get the War Factory and also they have no army, that's really punishing, but with the third supply taken out here, Size is now looking strong as his third supply is going.
And I doubt Crazy has a palace yet. I mean, like, he might have the palace. Okay,
Ooh.
Just building it now. Okay, nice.
You were 88% correct.
88% correct.
Yeah,
so somewhat so.
Not a bad ratio. And I'm actually kind of surprised that Crazy has been harassing these trucks. He can't harass the supply because both the garrison and the bunkers. A nice bunker, but the trucks are definitely free game.
For sure, and I would like to see some aggression going onto there. Size doing a really nice job of just pushing out these tunnel networks again.
I'd like to see some active aggression.
Active aggression?
Yeah,
okay.
hype.
Yeah.
Hype.
Hype indeed. Tunnel networks getting forced down here. Just so many tank hunters inside of these outposts. And they're just getting inside the garrison once the outpost actually gets destroyed. That's a great thing about pushing in the middle of TD here. A lot of garrisons still in the area, and Crazy really hasn't destroyed them or cleared any of them out when he had mid-control.
He actually went double arms dealer. Not a very common thing you see as GLA. Arms dealer, no, angry mobs.
They're going to be so strong.
It's a really smart choice.
Without minigunners, they are incredibly strong.
Even with minigunners, they're still pretty bad against angry mobs. He really needs to have either MiGs or Inferno Cannons, probably MiGs.
Yeah.
Inferno Cannons are good, but, you know, they're pretty slow. They're not planes. That being said, though, Angry Mob, as angry as they are, they won't be able to defend this supply. You need to be angrier than that.
I think they have AK-47s as well.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah. But I mean, like, early upgrade for Angry Mobs. Generally, you get a couple of them out before actually going for the AK-47s, but yeah.
I mean, it increases their damage so much that it's essential. You generally get them at the same time.
Is a bit of a cost investment there. So yeah, trucks are trying to get sniped here, but really it's just firing rockets into each other. They really should be going for the trucks, those RPGs. Anyway, so they do get forced off.
Size hasn't actually vetted up his minigunners, and I think it's kind of smart, really, because he isn't using minigunners. Even then, like, the difference between a Vet 1 minigunner and a Vet 2, like, isn't really that much, to be honest.
Oh, there's the MiGs the machine called for.
Yeah, and there's the Lotus that Size called for, and there isn't really many tunnels because Crazy GG'd. The Lotus was going to actually win him the game.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the issue with going with that aggressive tunnel is that you don't have defensive tunnels, so dealing with a Lotus or a Burton can be hard to do so. So Size just played that one well. He just balled that out of control.
Yeah, it was nice. Crazy had a really good start, and I think he just didn't capitalize on it because he didn't really go oil caps, and he didn't go middle supplies.
Well, he went his oil eventually.
Yeah, eventually he went his oil, but I mean, it wasn't early or anything, and he didn't get middle supplies. He had to invest.
You got middle supplies. It's crazy.
Both.
Yeah, one of them.
Well, yeah, he did have one of them, but I mean, like, Size had the other one. What I mean is I was going for both of them, like going for both middle supplies. I should have been more specific.
Though.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oil and third supply. I think that's just the real issue there was like he didn't get the supply, so he essentially lost like 8 quads.
Yeah,
he lost 8 quads for nothing.
Yeah,
because he made a gamble and he almost paid it off. Because he got the supply, then he would have been in a great spot. But
definitely.
Yeah, that was it. He lost that one, and that's pretty much was too much to come back from. So that is it. Game number 1. Moving on to our second game. Gonna write this one down with your pen and paper.
I will indeed. Well, my hand and paper. Actually, I'm gonna.
Come on.
Well, hang on. Is it a permanent? Oh, it's a permanent
Don't be
marker.
okay.
That's a bit dangerous.
If you open my
Okay.
printer, there'll be paper in my printer.
No, I'm gonna draw on the RNG fortune cookie
No,
box.
no.
Okay,
And don't
fine.
draw on my community letter from Cynthia as well.
Okay, that is not a community letter from Cynthia. Where's your community letter?
It's over there somewhere.
Well, why haven't you?
It's a letter from the
Okay,
community
right.
manager of Company of Heroes 2, thanking us for our work of shoutcasting hype.
Yep. Generals, gentlemen.
All right.
High technology. High gear technology. All right, we got size on one side.
I don't want to associate with this.
Size. Pen and paper noob.
Alright.
Crazy on the other side.
Are you going to draw like a little logo or something?
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Here we go.
Okay, right. Okay, so well, who won that one? That was size on that one. Tick it up. Size 1. Crazy nothing. There we go.
Yeah.
On camera. Fantastic.
This is like just like a real sport.
This is a real sport. Yeah.
Esports.
Esports.
We can be taken seriously
We
too.
can. We can. It's definitely a
All
thing.
right. Game number 2.
Game number 2. Let's move on to it.
Game number 2.
Game number 2.
Size is our China tank. Oh, Crazy is our China nuke. This is what I like. This is my favorite thing in the universe.
This is a good matchup.
Well, not exactly.
It's a fun matchup. It's enjoyable.
No.
for everyone
It's good.
involved.
I was saying it,
Yeah.
like I said, it's not quite my favorite thing in the universe.
Okay. Not quite.
It's just up there, like top 10.
Top 10, you reckon?
Yeah, favorite things in the
I
universe.
like that.
I mean, probably like the other things in that list would be Mountain Dew,
Nah.
kebabs, and
We can't say the other one on on camera.
I was going to think of a Company of Heroes 2 map that I like, and I was like, oh wait, there aren't any maps that I like in Company of Heroes 2.
That's the truth.
Melting Snow, we'll say, whatever.
Okay.
Lagoon, I don't know. I'm sorry.
We're excited to bring you game number 2 of this
Well, actually, and
grand
Blue
final.
V is one of
and
them
Blue
as well.
V is pretty good. Grand final of the World Series here. 1.4. We're going to stick with it anyway, though. We are, of course, the Generals Gentlemen. We're excited. Hope you are too. We do have our professional LCS Pro Esports
SPL,
Other-
LCS. Just keep throwing out the
MLG.
letters. People just
MLG scorecard here. As you can see, Size is on 1, Crazy is on nothing as of yet. So we'll have to see if Crazy can pull this one back and get another game up his sleeve.
Now, this is actually
Whoa,
not that
here we
rare,
go.
to be honest.
Awesome.
Right? And think about it. So, the problem... Well, I'm going to ask you. But we're going to have an interrogation,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So, what's the issue with going fast prop center?
The issue with going past Prop Center is it's a pretty big investment. I mean, it's a lot of cost you're going to be putting into that, and it means you can't get your tanks out quite as quickly, and you probably can't go double War Factory either.
Yeah, right? But the issue is like, China Tank is one of the slowest factions in the game.
Oh, yeah.
And so China Tank can't punish you. I mean, the only thing that can really punish you is like flame tanks. But nuke battle masters are so fast that you don't have to really worry about flame tanks when nuke battle masters are so effective. And he has a bunker on the side, so even if there's like battle master spam, like he's actually incredibly well prepared. And now he's gonna have nuke overlords pretty much already, and that's incredibly potent against the battle masters of V China, or of course Tank Gen with the Vet 2, because they outrange them, they have the speed so you can kite them, they're just more effective in general. So I really like this play, but at the same time, Size has responded incredibly well. He's gone for his third supply, so he didn't do anything as a result, but he went third supply, which is pretty much evened it out. He can just spam with his extra economy. Even went for his own bunker, sort of anticipating maybe there was going to, or double bunker in fact, anticipating that there was going to be some sort of, nuke battlemaster harassment. Bear in mind, China doesn't have scouting, so like they actually have no idea what's happening.
And it also looks like he's going to be going for the airfield, and I'm assuming that's a bunker licks, because, you know, nuke doesn't always build a lot of gats, because nuke battle masters are really fast and they're really good at harass, and you're not
Against
always
infantry.
and they're good against infantry as well, of course. So the airfield can be really nice. A fast bunker licks in these kind of matchups can be pretty damn deadly and hard to deal with.
Yeah, it's very expensive as tank, both the aircraft and the infantry themselves, but very, very potent. Especially because as China Tank, you don't really have any ways of just dealing with just like mass nuke battle master spam in the early game, not because they're strong per se, just because they hunt your dozers, hunt your trucks, and you can't defend it because your tanks are too slow. But with the Helix, obviously, you're very, very mobile. But honestly, I think this is going to work out in the favor of Size, just because
Pushing in.
Size has not only What?
That supply.
Oh,
Supply.
supply.
Apocalypse.
Sorry, Blake's got it.
Yeah.
Gets a truck. That's
Yep.
it.
And
Not-
sees ECM. So
Not
runs.
overstaying
Yeah.
his welcome. Yeah, he could have got caught, ECM, GAT, so that's actually a nice play to make. Gets a bit of harassment from the GAT. Lotus is nearby looking for a cap, probably will find it now, given the tanks are there. As I was saying, Size has the middle supplies with his garrisons. He's got his bunkers on the side. What can Crazy do? He can't really harass. He's going to have to try and all in, but if he's going through a bunker, and if the bunker's full, it's going to be pretty costly. There is ECMs though, I guess, so it shouldn't be too bad for him, going for the middle supplies instead.
Do you think he's gone isotope with that few units, or do you
No,
think
probably not.
No, not yet. Yeah, no, it
I mean,
doesn't
there's
look
only
like it,
two.
so,
There's A Battlemaster,
Yeah.
A Overlord. It's not really worth it.
Yeah. It just seems like he should have more money. Hopefully we'll get the production going up soon as well. Moves the ECM at least to tank up that rocket damage, so we'll clear out the garrison quite nicely. Be interesting to see how Size deals with this, whether he just sits in where he is or he tries to push in this army with the licks as well.
I mean, if he wants to, he can go new cannons, whereas Tank can't. So if you have those stalemates, Tank's gonna probably lose because they don't have new cannons and their aircraft are expensive as all hell. So that's one thing to bear in mind about this matchup, but Crazy's really in the spot where he needs to make plays happen.
Funkalix is on the side, still hasn't moved in it aggressively. I think Size really has to wait with that until Crazy
Oh,
decides
Lotus.
to push out. Lotus scouts it as well.
So he
Funk
knows,
is one
he
to
knows
reveal
where the
there.
Helix is, right? So he's going to go for caps when he sees that the Lotus is in the base, or rather in the base of Crazy is what I should probably clarify. Because if the Helix is in the base of Size, then the Helix machine gun is like probably the lowest DPS weapon in the game outside of sentry drones and rebels. But it's enough to kill a Lotus.
Yeah.
It's enough to sort of, I guess, prevent her from capping your stuff. And a second bunker Helix, so...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, new cannon's going to be there, and it will eventually push through, but it's giving Size a fair bit of time. And the Helixes kind of put Crazy in a spot where he has to constantly rotate his army around. And yeah, I don't know. Size is looking good. I don't think we'll see hackers for quite some time. There isn't really much point. I mean,
think-
anything maybe
yeah.
from Crazy. He lost his oil. He's only got like 2 supplies, so he may want to go for hackers, but Size won't go for hackers. Not at
No.
least for a long time.
No way. Not for a while.
The investment is pretty huge.
It definitely is. Is Lotus coming back? Oh no, that's Size
That's
Lotus.
Size's
So
Lotus,
it's Lotus
yeah.
for Lotus here. Both of them are moving in.
It could
Might
be
just look for the prop center. There's
Yeah.
no. I was expecting maybe like a 1 mig on guard mode move here from Size.
yeah,
but,
or like
yeah.
a Gatling Helix is nice. It's pretty expensive. Yeah, exactly. 1 mid on guard mode is the ideal way of doing it. He's going for a bit of a. He wants to try and siege this, but he doesn't really have any means to do so, so he can't really. Looking at the Lotus, yeah, there's the
Yeah.
prop center.
There's the prop cap.
Sells that one
Gets
off.
the cell.
Helix is probably going to go. There's 3 of them now.
Yeah, and they'll deal with the Lotus.
Lotus
so.
here as well in a similar position. It's kind of disappointing to see neither of these players prepared for it, but yeah, that happens. Lotus is very slippery, going for a bit of a attack here. There's the War Factory actually,
War Factory
not going
cap.
for the prop center.
That's
Surprising, I guess. And now he's actually going to be trying to slow them down. He's got 3 ECM, so
wow.
shutting them down very
It's
quickly.
pretty good micro.
He's going to lose a Lotus here, though. Unless maybe the Lotus is distracted. Here comes the Helixes, getting a lot of damage off. The Gats are going for the Helixes, and they can't quite get a snipe, though.
Battlemaster's pushing in right now, but the rest of Crazy's army is actually rotated here, and this Emperor Overlord's firing on everything. The ECMs are going to start to get destroyed here. Nice ECM micro coming out from both of our players, but it's not going to be enough. Size doesn't have enough units here. He's getting destroyed.
Maybe invested a little bit too much in the Helixes. He has 3 of them, and they're incredibly expensive. He only really had, like, 3 or 4 Battlemasters. I think he was trying to buy time for Lotus, but Lotus did get sniped by the Gat, so only
Yeah.
really achieved a War Factory. Overall, not a very good play by Size, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, he doesn't have to make good plays when he's got 4 supplies on Old Derek and basically the entire map, so that's fine. We have a MiG floating up here now. Lotus actually hasn't died. Lotus is still there. But
Yeah,
with-
she didn't get found out.
no, the Helix is in the MiG. Yeah, I don't know what she's going to do, really. So yeah, it was okay, I guess. Got a little War Factory for a Lotus.
Yeah. She's probably just checking Facebook, just quickly. Found a good internet
Maybe
connection.
she's just subscribing to Gentlemen YouTube channel.
Oh, that's what I'd recommend you use your time to subscribe to General7 YouTube channel. Might be a little overkill with those ECMs there on the side, Crazy.
Or maybe she's checking out our Patreon. Hype.
Oh, hype.
Hype.
Hype indeed.
Do recommend.
Do recommend. So yeah, Size, as you were saying, he can engage not cost efficiently. That's fine as long as he's keeping Crazy in the back foot and just mining out the middle to all hell. That's definitely what he's doing here.
Good luck, Lotus. Good luck.
It's a nice spot to have on guard mode, isn't it?
Do you know the barracks technique?
The barracks technique?
Yeah, or a bunker, I guess. Barracks.
What one? The one
Okay,
we
well,
try
never
and
mind
build
that
it,
because flame tank in your face, but really it's going to be escorted by 3 Gatling tanks and not going to be deterring the Overlord from crushing the flame tank.
Yeah.
I don't really know what these were doing. Like, I don't know.
Is there a counter push? What's the strat?
Yeah, I don't really know what he's doing. He's kind of throwing away some tanks. I mean, the flame tank snipe is a nice try. The Gatling tanks were kind of there for no reason. New cannon, Overlord's very fast. A lot of ECM. That's one thing to really mention here is there's actually a lot of ECMs for both of our players, really. And
Here's the helixes.
yeah, there we go. I think he's just looking to draw the army out. Yeah, look at that Overlord getting absolutely deleted. Going in very deep. This could be all in situation.
Oh, and an arty strike as well.
What are the Gatlings doing? Nothing. Prop center goes down. Going for a war factory. It's just not responding. There's just no response here for Crazy. Yeah, here we go. After losing
virtually his
prop
whole
center,
base.
supply, war factory, gets a helix, but that's
wasn't the important
more
one?
than happy.
Oh, dude, it wasn't a bunker lix.
No, it was only prop
It was
leaks.
a prop lix.
That was a great play. So I don't know what Crazy was doing. The Gats were very late. You saw Crazy was hesitant. He was like, got the prop center, and then he sort of retreated, and he was like, wait, hang on, Crazy isn't doing anything. Okay, goes back in, gets the war factory.
Yeah, it was kind of bad timing. It might have been the arty striking carpet bomb just got called in, so it might have been Crazy having to look to see how much damage they were actually doing. Like he might have been looking up there, so...
Lotus is still here.
Lotus is still up there, and he didn't even take out the war factory. The Crazy didn't kill the war factory with that carpet bomb. And yeah, he did.
A pretty big counter-attack here. Where's the army of Size? I think all he really has is the helixes.
He threw away his tanks.
He's spent so much on Gatlings and the flame tanks. He hasn't really got any main army. This is his main army, a battle master. So really, I think he's invested just too much in his harassment. He needs to have battle masters or overlords.
There's too many Gats there for the helixes to deal with as well. At least when they're spun up. Oh, mine drop.
So yeah, he's going for a counter attack though, and this is going to be pretty effective. And he's actually disengaging.
Wow.
I'm surprised he didn't leave like a single overlord to just maybe snipe down some buildings, but I guess he would have lost them sooner or later. This is a nice play because Size had nothing to defend himself.
And Crazy really can't lose any more
Did he
buildings.
need to send everything back? Like,
a lot of the stuff can't even deal with helixes. Like, it's an odd move.
I don't know. Actually, Gatlings get another snipe. I hear capturing. Gets a supply. Man, this Lotus is doing way more than what it should.
Yeah.
Lotuses aren't supposed to last that long.
Going for a prop center again now. So much denying coming out here from Lotuses.
Behind enemy lines.
Behind enemy lines indeed. So yeah, prop's going to go down. Will we get the cell yet? Sell off?
Of course we get the sell. It's Size and Crazy.
Yeah. They're going to get it.
Well, actually, that's not true at all because Crazy got this one.
Oh, but not
Size,
the power.
sorry. Size
got that one.
here.
Yeah.
It's actually like the worst feeling in the world, though. Is when you
Crazy
hear...
has no buildings.
And then, like, you just miss last minute and you lose like, your war factory.
Oh, Lotus has been revealed.
Yeah.
Listing outpost Caesar. She won't get the last 2 buildings.
Crazy's base has been revealed and it currently consists of 2 buildings.
Surely Size has an arty striking carpet bomb by this point. Have you seen any General's power investments? There's no command center. That's why. But that's GG. The carpet bomb and arty strike will take up those last 2 buildings.
I think Lotus actually capped the command center because I'm pretty sure I did see an arty strike earlier. Like I didn't see it on screen. Oh yeah, there.
Yeah.
I just saw on the minimap. I remember seeing this little symbol here, but those are actually tanks.
I think Crazy needs to set up Gats in defense here because
he's trying. That's clever.
Oh,
flame tank. That's a nice play.
Oh wow, that's a really good play.
The Gats, if they're attentive, can probably get it in time. Especially because it's on a bit of an awkward angle.
They need to be a bit further out, though.
Yeah, even the ECM shuts it down pretty quickly. This is going to be the be-all, end-all. They probably got that saying wrong, but who cares? The saying here really is the fact that there's 4 overlords.
Yeah, and they need to push through
look
as fast
at
as
this,
possible.
the flame tank.
No!
There's an ECM.
It's going to kill everything!
Can't Whoa, you got the Gats! Yeah, that's actually GG. Wow. Because I don't think Sides could have defended that.
That was the Black Napalm, man.
Didn't even... The Blake Napalm.
The Blake Napalm, yeah.
Like, there wasn't even any defense there. So I think Size actually... It probably should have been a bit more careful with his units. He just didn't have any army. He only had helixes. He only had, Gats and flame tanks. There wasn't any mainstay. So, yeah, 2-0. Well done, Size.
LCS overlay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Team
cool.
Down TV production.
Well, that's kind of a machine.
I like those jokes that no one gets.
Yeah, you enjoy
Those
that.
are my favorite jokes that
okay.
we get and no one
Yeah.
else in the universe.
We love you guys,
Unless
though. We really do.
Ranconius watches our videos, which he probably doesn't. Alright,
Game number 3, boys.
shout out to Ranconius.
And ladies, we're excited. Let's
Boys
get
and
into
ladies,
this.
that's an unfair comparison.
Well, not at all. I mean,
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be like boys and girls or men and ladies.
I say what I want.
Alright, okay. I respect that.
Let's get into it.
Blake gave me the BMs because I didn't record the way through. So here we are right in the action. And by action, I mean USA Laser.
That is size, of course.
We need a sound machine.
We totally need a sound machine.
Yeah,
Okay, he's going to get the sound machine by Solicast. Crazy is going to be our GLA Toxin score. As you just saw, our professional overlay is size 2. Crazy on nothing, just for the moment here. Really looking to try and get a game back. It's going to be hard, though. I mean, size Laser, yeah, he's got a lot of potency here, but Crazy has a pretty good GLA, so he's going for the Toxin here. We'll get this game up and rolling. Oh, yeah, the sound machine's broken. I forgot to tell you. I don't know if I broke it.
No, that's not.
It's kind of working.
It's
As you, and everyone gets treated to Blake's awesome camera micro. Everyone loves Archon Hawk.
It's about as... Yeah.
Don't make the 1.4 joke. I think we've made enough of them so far. Standard start here coming out from
I was going to
size.
say it's about as effective as a Crusader tank.
Okay.
Oh!
No! Barracks in the War Factor coming out from him. Crazy going for that early aggression with those forward tunnels.
Get off my mouse. Get off of it.
I'm trying as hard as I can here, Machine.
Speaking of mouse.
So we've seen Crazy go more aggressive than that with Tunnel Networks during our first game. So I think this is a little bit more reserved from him. He's going for just the 3 networks, I think, coming out here. And he's going for control over the middle with those RPGs, but not really going as aggressive on the side as he was previously. Size also doesn't find any crushes with that Dozer. He might actually lose it.
Dozer, please.
He's going to lose it.
What is he doing? I was just checking if there was a command center, but there isn't, so... I don't know why he went that deep.
I mean, he's looking for the crushes, but once you
Yeah.
get past the middle point, you've got to assume the tunnel network's already up.
Yeah, that's right.
If he gets the evac. Oh, wow, the Humvee's going back in. Oh, nice range. Yeah, it was really nicely played there from Size. He went in far enough that the Humvee got a few shots off and got the
Yeah, that was actually
RPGs low, and then he just evac'd the missile defenders after that. They should be able to deal with them fairly easily, so definitely some good play coming in from our players at the start of this game. But Size is down a Dozer, you have to remember, so that could be a focus for Crazy. If he can take that last Dozer, Size could be in some big trouble.
Yeah, and if anyone's going to hunt Dozers, GLA Toxin with technicals is going to be a pretty good way of doing
Three
so.
technicals full of RPGs. You can tell what Crazy's looking for here. He wants that Dozer, man. A lot of Humvees coming out here, though, from Size, though, and I do like that. Lots of Humvee production over heaps of Rock Vs.
Yeah, though we may see a lot of the Dozer Chinook play, where if your Dozer's going to die, you just put it in a Chinook. It's pretty effective.
Definitely go for that. Would recommend. Technical should survive this one.
Wow.
Call it. I counter the shells coming in from the missile defenders.
So, Size didn't do much early tunnel denies, so as a result, Crazy has a fair bit of territory here. He's looking for some aggressive technical play. So far, Size hasn't let him. He's put his foot down, a very stern no. I will not let you do this.
Yeah, and lots of V's is the way to do that.
And this is clever here. Gets his missile defenders. A little bit late, though, unfortunately. He went to deny the tunnel, and as a result, he tried to predict with the missile defenders, and yeah, he was like a second or two too late. And he's looking to just snipe down the Chinooks.
Maybe... No, it doesn't even get one there.
Yeah, it's still the good old delaying mining time. It doesn't have to snipe a Chinook for it to be harassment. Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
I'd really like to see them go after the Dozer, to be honest.
He could have, but he doesn't know
Yeah.
where it is, I don't think. If you look at
Yeah.
Crazy's vision...
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, he didn't know
didn't
where
see
it
it
was,
there, so
so-
for all he knew, it could have been in a Chinook, so...
All cap.
Nice, yeah. Cap there.
But
and
for
Size got
Size,
denied,
that
so.
tunnel deny was actually incredibly
Yeah.
important. Because with that's going to allow really easy quad harassment from Crazy. So denying that one is incredibly vital. And that garrison actually gives vision, so that's very important to see. He actually anticipated his tech terror because of, or tech RPG rather, because of the garrison. Loses a Humvee, but that should be fine. Crushes though, oh, not quite coming actually. regardless, the Vet 2 scrap 1 technical, very effective against those RPGs. Loses another Humvee, but still he's holding on. I think that was actually a pretty good trade on the side of Size.
Yeah, that was really nice. He finally forced Crazy into taking an engagement. Previously, the technicals could just micro around the Vs and just get back to tunnel networks to safety, but he actually cut them off that time and forced the evac on the RPGs. I think that was really nicely done, because now Size can actually push out with the Vs. He doesn't have to worry about those technicals with the RPGs hunting his dozer anymore.
Yeah, especially at the timing of it, because Crazy is currently getting his Palace, so that's 2.5k of not technicals that he doesn't actually have because he went for the tech. So maybe Crazy should have just waited a little bit longer. Yeah, third supply and a Palace.
Wow.
Crazy has no units because of this investment. So, nope, just getting his quads. But
there's the quad bomb.
Not enough to deter these Humvees.
No, definitely not.
The Garrison gets a snipe there, and actually
Counter push with
put him in a
quads?
really awkward angle. Oh, well, yeah, sort of. Size did rebuild. I don't know. Is there any RPGs? There's a couple. Yeah, not a lot. Search and Destroy, do we have it? Not quite. It's on its way.
40% at the moment. Well, this is kind of working out well. Size can probably just push into this tunnel now. While the quads
this
are down.
is a good time for Size.
Oh,
and
quads are popping.
The Garrison's a bit of a hindrance here. He's gonna lose a Humvee.
Yeah, he'll lose it.
Okay.
I guess the evacs.
Dude, I think Silent Mouse is actually dead.
Silent Mouse is dead?
Like it's working about 70% of the time.
Oh, that's not a nice percentage.
Yeah, like, and the right mouse button is just
Not having a good time.
yeah. Yeah, oh well.
A lot of the standard spy drone spam coming out here from Size. It gives the quad something to target other than the Vs.
Buggies!
Buggies indeed coming out now.
But the Garrison's very important because the Garrisons are very good at deterring those buggies, so I do like that. But there's a lot of Humvees here, and really there's not that many buggies. Size could probably end the game now.
And this is definitely nice against the tunnel networks. Lots of Vs is good because the tunnel network can actually only focus one, and generally if you have them chock-a-block full of missile defenders, you will lose one. While you're actually trying to take out the tunnel. So lots of Vs here is definitely going to be good, and it's going to split up Crazy's damage.
Yeah, that was a nice tunnel, because it allows a quad, and it actually recalls his entire army. Size probably didn't need to recall his entire army, but he will hold on. I wonder if he's going to actually cap it. Oh, looks like he is. I thought he may have just tried to destroy it, but no, he's going for the cap.
Yeah, so Crazy, he's not looking great this game.
Yeah, not really. I mean, but if he gets enough time, he can get that critical mass of buggies, but I don't know if he'll be enough. So
yeah. A lot of in that was just really unfortunate timing from Crazy. Just as he lost his army, he was going for a Palace and a third supply.
That sucks. So Size's laser, so his Avengers are going to be a bit cheaper. That's definitely an option if the buggies are a huge problem for him. And yeah, there's actually a fair bit of them now. He's getting there. 4 buggies.
Oh, but they're going to get caught.
Only one of them.
One.
Yeah, so 2 Humvees. It's not a snipe, but again, you got to have that critical mass, because meanwhile, at the same time, there's the huge army of Humvees pushing up as well. This is very important because he will find the oil and burst that one down. Meanwhile, I think Size is going for a long distance might. Actually going for his Crusader tanks.
Okay.
Don't really know why, to be honest.
Yeah,
I mean,
not sure.
they're good defensive. Like, even in 1.4, Crusader, like Laser Crusaders especially, they're good defensively.
They'll stop a quad push.
Yeah, exactly. But out in the open,
there's another buggy.
Yeah, Colonel Burton is a fantastic means of dealing with buggies as well. Yeah. But then you have to be careful of Jarman in a battle bus. So I think Size can close this game here and now. He's gonna go for the barracks. Want to deny the Jarman. I don't think it's a Jarman yet.
No, I haven't seen one.
I mean, it's hard to use a Jarman against that many Humvees because they all have spy drones. Gotta be careful of the tunnel. Burton.
No!
Okay, well done.
Good stuff, Ben.
Yeah, so
there's the snipe.
If Crazy holds out, the buggy snipes are going to start becoming quite impactful. And yeah, like I was thinking Avengers. Like I think Avengers would make a lot more sense than Crusaders. But let's see what Size has in mind. He knows his stuff. We don't know our stuff. We are bad at the video game.
That is definitely true.
And I'm going to post my video in a couple of hours of me playing against Viking, and everyone's going to be like, I thought you were good at this game. I'm not really good at the game.
That's quite incorrect. We do love casting it, though. It's quite enjoyable for us. A10 strike coming in on the supply of Crazy over on the side. But will actually not even get it down to the hole.
I think it's because the tunnel.
It does. Okay, Burton does. There we go. I was wondering what was getting it down. Nice work, Burton.
Yeah.
And Crazy just calls it GG. That was just unlucky timing.
I think so, honestly.
In a grand final, I guess you can call it a bit of a misplay there from Crazy, that he should have got his timing a bit more down-packed, but it was just the fact that Size killed the army, just as crazy as going for Palace and third supply.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh no.
Like, it wasn't the
Yeah.
timing that was a problem. It was just the fact that he lost his technicals. Like, he should have
Yeah.
maybe disengaged. Like, he shouldn't have looked for the engagement whilst he was teching.
Oh yeah, he got caught there, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted the
it was a
engagement.
nice micro from size. It took him a long time to try and get that angle right. So it was like 4 attempts with the technicals. Where Size was trying to shut them down and catch them out before they could actually get back to their tunnel.
I think that was just good Humvee control, and it really shows that vision is so key, because you want to have 5 seconds of time where you see the technicals coming, but to actually intercept with your Humvees, especially if you're like China and it's even slower. All right, Blake, do your thing.
I'm doing my thing.
Do your thing, Blake.
Doing my thing. This is going to become a consistent Generals thing when we cast the series.
I
so.
hope not.
Size 3 Crazy Zero, welcome to game number 4.